Hello, everyone, and welcome back to school. I am Miss Pappas,
And I am Miss Petrowski.
and we are going to cover tonight all of the important things that you need to know about being a fifth grader at Pinewoods Elementary. Thank you for joining us tonight. These are the things that we are going to cover. We're going to do a brief introduction of the fifth grade team, as well as an overview of our academics and our FAST assessments. We'll take you through our behavior expectations and then our fun end of year celebrations. So let's get started. We have our fantastic fifth grade team. We have Miss Benjamin joining us this year, Miss Sill, Miss Brochin joining us from second grade, Miss Petrowski, Mr. Chilson and Miss Gehring, Miss Lutzen and Miss Pappas, and our fantastic ESE resource teacher, Miss Fight. Some tips for success in fifth grade. These are the things that we recommend so that your child has the most successful year possible. Completing your homework regularly and asking for help if you don't understand your homework is huge. Knowing your multiplication facts is essential for success in fifth grade math. When your child reads for 20 to 30 minutes each night, don't just let them sit there and read passively. Engage with your child and ask them questions about what they're reading. That way it gives them an opportunity to digest the text and actually show that they are understanding what they are reading. Please reach out to your child's teacher if you need any help. We don't want you to feel like you are in this education journey alone. We are here to support you.
iReady. So we just finished up our iReady diagnostics in August. Those diagnostics were determining our students' strengths and areas of improvement. From there, they got their own individual learning path, which focuses on the areas your students need support in. Each week, we ask them to do 45 minutes and 1 to 2 lessons pass per reading and math with 80% accuracy. And also at home, there are some home games students can do to also help with their learning. When is going to start up very shortly after FAST has been completed. When is what I need from 8:45 to 9:15. Students are grouped by individual needs and where they need more support in. Teachers will work with students to reteach and enrich those fifth grade standards to help them master them.
This is typically, I'll add, just to piggyback off what Ms. Petrowski said, this is typically for reading benchmarks. However, there will be opportunities for math support as well. But this is a very strong reading focus.
Grading. So report cards will be digitally, always in focus at the end of each quarter. Effort grades are S, N, and U, which are based on your students' class participation, effort in class, daily work, and etc. We'll talk about that come behavior. And Pinewoods follows the Lee County School District grading scale below. Planners and homework. So homework and important dates will be written in your student's planner every single day. We ask you to review your student's planner every night so that you are aware of your student's homework and upcoming tests. If at any point you have a dismissal change or need to contact your teacher, please send us an email versus writing us a note in your student's planner. We tend to see the emails a lot quicker before we see the planner.
So our expectations for homework are outlined right here. We do ask that your child studies their science vocabulary words, and we have different ways that we've suggested this, either making flashcards. There's online programs such as Quizlet, things linked in their Google Classroom that they're welcome to use. There's also math homework that's assigned on Monday and due on Friday. And your child should be reading 20 to 30 minutes nightly, and that is separate from the 30 minutes that they're spending on their homework. So please be in contact with your child's teacher if there are any struggles with homework. We want to know and we want to be able to support you, but we're not able to do that if we don't know what's going on. So please be in touch with us if there's anything that we can do to support what you're doing at home with your child. So fifth grade math is a big year. It's no joke. That's what I always say. We cover quite a bit. We focus on multiplying and dividing larger numbers up to 5 digits. We just finished this. We also focus on the 4 basic operations: adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing decimals, as well as fractions with unlike denominators. We'll be covering finding the volume of rectangular prisms, coordinate grids, data analysis with line plots, classifying 2D and 3D figures. It's not on there, but 2D and 3D figures, as well as writing and solving numerical expressions using the order of operations. Our text, we use Envisions as our primary textbook, but then we supplement with programs such as iReady to give your child what they need. Remember that diagnostic that Ms. Petrowski mentioned, as well as Reflex to help build fluency for their math facts. The district has provided some awesome resources that we use, as well as Khan Academy. Khan Academy is a great resource if you're looking for something extra for your child. You can find it on their Launchpad, and it's a great tool to just give them some extra practice, some extra problems to do if you need something for them to work on. 5th grade science is a big year for science. So we have our 5th grade benchmarks, but then we also cover 3rd and 4th grade benchmarks. And the reason why is because we take an end of year science assessment that covers benchmarks that your child learned in 3rd and 4th grade, as well as what they learned in 5th grade. So as we teach our 5th grade topics, we go back and we spiral back to the 3rd and 4th grade benchmarks as well. So for example, as we cover plant and animal adaptations, we'll go back and we'll spiral back to things like food chains and food webs and classification of plants and animals.
Our ELA 5th grade topics. So our 5th grade topics also tend to spiral just like science. We start with text structures, purpose and perspective. Then we'll get into central ideas and supporting details, author's claim, elements of story, figurative language, poetry, and Greek and Latin roots. Those topics tend to spiral by the end of 4th grade, by the end of quarter 3 and starting quarter 4. Well, it's more of a review before they take their ELA FAST PM3. Our curriculum that we use is Wonders. Literature and informational text we'll use to also support your students. Magnetic reading as a supplement for whole group and small group. And we have a strong focus on building stamina, comprehension, and fluency this year. For writing, we are using Top Score Writing. We have started with non-text-based expository writing for quarter 1. We'll then get into text-based expository, text-based argumentative, and then by quarter 4, we'll get into narrative. Prompts include 2 to 4 articles. 5 paragraphs will be for each essay, which include introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. We have already started writing our introduction paragraphs this past week. We strongly recommend typing practice at home, such as Typing Club and Nitro Type, since your writing fast will be typed. Our social studies curriculum, we are using America's Past. The topics that we're looking at are America's geographic setting. That is Unit 1, which we've already started. We're now on Lesson 2, if not 3. We're on colonial times in quarter 2. Quarter 3 will hit the American Revolution, and then by quarter 4, we'll get to civics and economics in America.
So our FAST assessments, we take the FAST 3 times each year. We just finished our fall PM1. And I do want to say, if you are looking at your child's scores on Focus and you are panicking about your child's scores, my child always scores a 5. I don't understand why is my child scoring a 2? Remember that what your child is being assessed on is what they need to know by the end of the year. And we're still very early, not even a month into 5th grade. So there's plenty of time for your child to learn everything that they need to know. And the idea is that we see growth with each progress monitoring that they take. So when we take another one in December, we'll look for scores to improve. And then by spring, we'll be looking for scores to show growth based on how they did in 4th grade. So we do have one definite date for you. Writing is scheduled for March 31st. As you are looking at these dates are communicated with you, we do ask that you plan accordingly and try not to schedule appointments and things of that nature so that your child can be in school for these important assessments. So the way that you access your child's FAST score, for those of you who might be new or not know how, the first thing you do is you log into your Focus portal, and you're going to stay on that main homepage, and you're going to scroll down and find your child's icon. And you're going to look for this icon that says Florida Statewide Assessments. This is a link, and when you click on it, you'll see all of their testing history. So their most recent assessments will be listed first, and then you can see any state testing that they've completed while they've been enrolled in Florida schools. And the results from these assessments usually show up within 24 hours.
Our behavior. So behavior expectations during the year, we have a tally card system. That tally card system is a way to track how your student is doing in the classroom, such as paying attention, following rules, following directions, completing tasks, displaying a positive attitude, working well with others, and working independently, as well as participating in discussions. If at any point your student is doing the opposite of any of those, they will receive a tally. 0 to 4 tallies in the same category will equal an S for their report card. 5 to 7 will equal an N, and 8 or more equals a U. We also want to make sure that you are aware of what is happening in our classroom. Every Monday, students take home their Monday folder. Within their Monday folder will be their AR contract, and on the back of that AR contract will be your child's tally report. That summarizes their behavior for the week before. If they have a smiley face, that means they had no issues and they were absolutely amazing. If they have a tally, we usually are going to write what had happened in our classroom, and we ask you to sign and return on Tuesday so that we know you saw how your student was behaving. PBIS are school-wide celebrations. So our quarterly celebrations, School is Cool, are those for students who received an S on their report card or all S's on their report card. Goal Meters is also quarterly, which are students who meet their goals for iReady. AR Party is quarterly as well, which are for those students who reach their AR goals. Every month we have a theme day, which is the last Friday of the month, for homework and work completion. And then at the end of the year, we have a millionaire party for the students who have read 1 million words that year.
So we have some big events that happen in 5th grade. This is, your child's last year of elementary school. So we do a lot of celebrating the second half of the year. We will be determining these dates and sharing them with you the second half of the year. So when we come back from winter break, you'll be getting a whole bunch of important dates from us, which will include the field trip that we will take either at the end of January or early February. We're still trying to solidify a date, as well as our big end of year field trip. In the past, we've gone to Sunsplash. Could change this year, so no promises. So that'll be a fun surprise for the kiddos. And then we have our end of year promotion ceremony, which is an awesome event that we host here at Pinewoods. And as soon as we have dates for all of those things, we will share them with you. We want to thank you so much for joining us for this presentation. If you have any questions, please reach out to your child's teacher.
It is going to be a great year.
Thanks so much.
See you later.
Bye.